بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم، والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. طلابنا الأعزاء، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. سأقوم بإعطاء هذه المادة والتي هي بعنوان محادثة باللغة الإنجليزية. أنا المحاضرة لهذه المادة الأستاذة الدكتورة ليلى عابدين من قسم اللغة الإنجليزية وآدابها بجامعة العلوم الإسلامية العالمية، متمنية من الله عز وجل التوفيق والسداد لنا جميعا. In the name of God, the most gracious, the most merciful. Dear students, welcome to this course entitled Conversation in English. I will be giving you this course, and I am Professor Dr. Leyla Abdeen from the Department of English Language and Literature at the World Islamic Sciences and Education University. I wish all of us the best. The objectives of this first lesson are to enable students to use correct, simple speaking skills, to learn proper pronunciation, and to acquire new vocabulary, as well as to greet others and to talk about themselves. You will be introduced to a number of significant terms, such as greetings, name, age, education, career, and origin, among others. So hello everyone, and welcome one more time to our first class in Conversation in English about how to introduce yourself. Conducting conversation in English is more than just knowing words and grammar. In this course, we're going to give you an overview of how this course is laid out to help you learn how to conduct English conversation in a satisfactory manner. This course is made up of 15 classes, and in each class, we will focus upon a specific conversation topic that is common in our daily talks with others and in our lives at large. We will therefore focus upon the most basic and fundamental expressions that are relevant to each topic. The main components of the classes are the explanatory components and speaking drills. In each class, we will present the main concepts you are going to learn, followed by a general view of the topic. This will end with a relevant explanatory conversation that is made up of no more than a few sentences. We will also explain the meaning and the usage role of each concept and show you additional example sentences at times. Nonetheless, you will learn many more concepts than the ones stated at the beginning of each class. You're encouraged to look up every concept that happens to be new to you. After learning how each concept is used, you will be guided through a short speaking practice. The class ends with a dialogue practice so that you can practice using the concepts in a more conversational format. Consequently, with proper attention and follow-up, you will realize that you're learning much more than you expected, as this course offers you many concepts and topics that are new to you. So get ready and be prepared, hoping that this course will be useful as well as interesting to you. There are going to be 3 basic topics in each class. In this first basic topic, we're going to talk about self-introduction. Self-introduction is necessary when starting a conversation. Whether in a formal business environment or during casual social gatherings, the ability to present oneself confidently and appropriately sets the stage for meaningful interaction with others. In this class, we will shed light on the means of self-introduction, exploring various greetings, forms of address, cultural considerations, and non-verbal cues that are necessary for both formal and informal settings. By learning these deviations, beginners in English conversation can navigate diverse social situations with confidence and ease. For example, when presenting yourself, formal self-introduction. In formal settings such as job interviews, meetings, or professional networking events, the manner in which one presents oneself carries significant weight. Here is a step-by-step guide for beginners. Number 1, greetings. Begin with a polite greeting form such as good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, followed by the appropriate title and last name if known. For instance, good morning, Mr. Bond. 2, name and title. Introduce yourself for the first time using your full name, preceded by an appropriate title if applicable. For example, my name is Emily Johnson, or I am Dr. Michelle Lee. 3, education. State your specialization or field of education, as it is important in professional networking events. For example, I hold a PhD degree in English literature, and my specialization is Shakespearean poetry. 4, professional background. Briefly mention your professional background or relevant experience, highlighting key accomplishments or qualifications. For example, I have a background in marketing with 5 years of experience in digital advertising. 5, purpose of the introduction. Clearly state the purpose of your introduction, whether it is for a job interview, networking, or a formal meeting. For example, I am here to discuss potential collaboration opportunities. 6, closing. Conclude with a polite expression of gratitude, such as thank you for the opportunity to introduce myself, or I look forward to our conversation. Now, in informal self-introduction settings, such as social gatherings, parties, or casual meetings with friends, a more relaxed approach is appropriate. Here is how beginners can navigate informal self-introductions. Number 1, casual greeting. Start with a friendly greeting such as hi, hello, hey, followed by the person's first name if known. For example, hi, Sarah. 2, first name basis. Introduce yourself using your first name only, without formal titles or last names. For instance, I am Jack, or my name is Grace. 3, personal connection. Share a brief personal detail or common interest to establish a connection. For example, I heard you are into photography. I am passionate about it too. 4, light-hearted conversation. Engage in light-hearted conversation, asking questions or sharing interesting incidents to keep the interaction relaxed and enjoyable. 5, closing. Conclude with a friendly farewell or invitation to continue the conversation. For example, it was great meeting you, or let us have a cup of coffee sometime. We also have cultural considerations. It is necessary to be mindful of cultural norms and customs when introducing yourself in English, especially in diverse multicultural environments. Here are some key considerations. Number 1, handshakes. In many Western cultures, A firm handshake is a common form of greeting in both formal and informal settings. However, in some cultures, such as Japan, bowing is a preferred greeting gesture. Number 2, titles and forms of address. Pay attention to cultural norms regarding titles and forms of address. In some cultures, using titles like Mr., Mrs., or Doctor is customary, while in others, first name basis is preferred even in formal settings. 3, personal space. Respect personal space boundaries, especially when greeting someone for the first time. Maintain a comfortable distance and avoid too many facial or physical gestures. Eye contact. 4, eye contact. While maintaining eye contact is generally considered a sign of confidence and respect in Western cultures, in some cultures, prolonged eye contact may be perceived as confrontational or disrespectful, so be careful. Nonverbal hints. In addition to verbal communication, nonverbal hints play an important role in self-introduction. Beginners should be mindful of their body language, facial expressions, and tone of voice to convey confidence and sincerity. Here are some tips. Number 1, a smile. A genuine smile communicates warmth and approachability, instantly putting others at ease and fostering a positive impression. 2, posture. Maintain good posture to convey confidence and professionalism. Stand tall with shoulders relaxed and arms uncrossed. Number 3, eye contact. Make eye contact while speaking and listening to demonstrate attentiveness and respect. However, be mindful of cultural differences regarding appropriate eye contact duration. 4, voice tone. Adjust your voice tone to convey enthusiasm and sincerity. Speak clearly and at a moderate pace, avoiding over-loud speech. Listen to the 2 following conversations between 2 people. Can you find any difference among them? What I will be doing now is that because each conversation is conducted between 2 different speakers, I will gesture with my right hand in order to demonstrate the theoretical information that was given to you. Conversational situations will be presented between 2 speakers. And for you to follow the flow of the conversation, I will gesture with my right hand to indicate the first speaker. And I will gesture with my left hand in order to indicate the second speaker. So, listen to the 2 following conversations between 2 people. Can you find any differences among them? Good evening. Good evening, sir. How can I help you? Yes, I reserved a table for 2 in the name of Jackson. Oh, yes, Mr. Michael Jackson. This way, please. This is the first conversation. The second, hey, where have you been? Hi, Tom. Just too tied up with studies. Let us go get something to eat. After you. As you may have realized, the first conversation is conducted between 2 adults that happen to be strangers. We think the conversation takes place in a restaurant where tables are reserved beforehand. We think that the first speaker is the customer, whereas the second is an employee who happened to be very polite as well as professional. But in the second conversation, it seems that both speakers are somewhat friends, probably of the same age category. It is evident from the tone and ease of the flow of the conversation that their relationship is not formal at all, as both of them are comfortable with each other. Let's move on now to the second basic topic of this class, entitled Job and Career. Talking about your job or career is useful in introductory conversations about yourself. It provides more information about who you are, and it initiates an opportunity for further interactions with others. Details about your professional environment will make your listeners additionally interested in knowing more about you. As a result, we will delve into essential vocabulary, common phrases, practical tips, and sample conversations to assist beginners in navigating discussions about jobs and careers in English effectively. To begin with, establishing a solid foundation of vocabulary related to jobs and professions is fundamental for beginners. So, here are some key terms to familiarize yourself with. Number 1, job titles, like engineer, teacher, doctor, lawyer, chef, accountant, nurse, mechanic, artist, musician, writer, programmer, manager, receptionist, secretary, architect, marketer, psychologist, and economist. Number 2, workplaces, such as office, hospital, school, restaurant, law firm, factory, studio, clinic, garage, hotel, bank, theater, laboratory, and university. 3, work-related actions, such as work, job, career, interview, resume, promotion, salary, overtime, deadline, teamwork, meeting, training, networking, leadership, innovation, and negotiation. Common phrases for job conversations. Mastering common phrases is essential for engaging in meaningful conversations about jobs and careers. Here are useful phrases to practice. For example, introducing yourself. Hi, I am so-and-so by placing your name. I work as so-and-so by mentioning your profession. I work at so-and-so by mentioning the institution. 2, asking about someone's job. For example, what do you do for a living? Or, could you tell me about your job? Or, what is your profession? For instance, hi, I am Hope. I work as a teacher at a school. This can initiate further conversation between individuals. When a person talks about his or her profession, this allows the interest of the other in order to learn about the nature of this profession or career. Number 3, talking about career goals. For example, I would like to become, and you mention the job title one day. My career goal is to work in a, and you mention a field or industry. You can also say, I'm passionate about, and you mention as well a field and interest. For instance, I would like to become a professor one day. My career goal is to work in university education. I'm passionate about teaching and hope to pursue it professionally. 4, expressing interest. You can say something like, that sounds interesting, or could you tell me more about it? Or I have always been curious about this particular field. You can also say, how did you get into this particular profession? So there are practical tips for effective communication. Active listening. Pay close attention to what others are saying and ask follow-up questions to demonstrate your interest as the above examples. Practice pronunciation. Focus on pronouncing job titles and related vocabulary correctly to ensure clear communication. Use simple language. Avoid using complex sentences, especially when communicating with fellow beginners. And definitely be confident. Even as a beginner, confidence in expressing yourself will make your conversations more engaging and no doubt enjoyable. Now you will listen to another conversation. Remember, when I gesture with my right hand, this indicates the first speaker. And when I gesture with my left hand, this indicates the second speaker. Hi there, I am John. What do you do for a living? Hi John, I'm Sarah. I work as a nurse at the local hospital. How about you? Nice to meet you, Sarah. I'm an engineer at a telecommunication company downtown. What made you choose nursing as a profession? Well, I have always had a passion for helping people, and nursing allows me to do just that every day. How about you? What led you to become an engineer? I have always been interested in how things work, especially machines and technology. So, engineering seemed like the perfect job for me. This is fascinating. It is always inspiring to meet people who are passionate about their work. Thank you, Sarah. As you may have noticed, engaging in conversations about jobs and professions in English as a beginner is not only a valuable language learning experience, but also an opportunity to communicate with others and gain insights into various career paths. By familiarizing yourself with essential vocabulary, mastering common phrases, and implementing practical tips for effective communication, you can navigate job-related conversations with confidence and enthusiasm. Remember, every interaction is an opportunity to learn and grow. So embrace it with curiosity and openness. With dedication and practice, you will soon find yourself navigating the world of jobs and careers in English with ease. Of course, there are plenty of jobs and careers. Can you think of some? People all over the world work in many different places like hospitals, schools, offices, malls, factories, restaurants, and the list keeps on going. Consequently, there are many jobs that are out there. Let us learn about some of these jobs and what they do. For example, teachers. Teachers help students learn new things. They teach subjects like math, science, and history. Teachers work in schools and help children learn useful information. Doctors? Doctors help people feel better when they are sick. They work in hospitals and clinics. Doctors can also be called physicians. They check patients, give medication, and sometimes do surgeries. A nurse normally helps doctors take care of patients. Nurses work in hospitals and clinics. They also give medicine, check blood pressure, and comfort people who are sick, but under the supervision of a physician. Police officers, they keep us safe. They wear uniforms and patrol streets. Police officers can help catch bad people who break the law. They also help people in emergencies. Firefighters, they help when there is a fire. They wear special clothes and helmets. Firefighters use big trucks and hoses to put out fires. They also rescue people and pets from burning buildings. Chefs, they make delicious food. They work in restaurants and kitchens. Chefs cook different meals like pasta, mansaf, and salads. Some chefs also bake cakes and cookies. Waiters and waitresses, they serve food in restaurants. They also take orders from customers and bring them their meals. Waiters and waitresses also make sure tables are clean and tidy. Builders make houses and buildings at large. They use tools like hammers and saws. Builders work with bricks, wood, and concrete to create strong structures. Artists create beautiful things. They draw paintings, they make sculptures, and even design clothes. Artists use their imagination to express feelings and ideas through art. A mechanic is a person who fixes cars and machines. Mechanics work in garages and repair shops. They check engines, change tires, and make sure vehicles run smoothly. Farmers, they grow food on farms. They plant seeds, water crops, and harvest crops like fruits and vegetables. Farmers take care of animals like cows, chickens, and horses too. Pilots, they fly airplanes and helicopters. They work in airports and travel around the world. Pilots make sure passengers reach their destinations safely. Librarians work in libraries. They help people find books to read. Librarians organize books on shelves and sometimes read stories to children. Electricians, they fix electrical problems. They work in homes, offices, and factories. Electricians install wires, outlets, and light to provide electricity. Writers, they create stories and books. They use words to tell exciting adventures and share knowledge. Writers work on computers or use pen and paper to write their ideas. Now, these are just a few examples of jobs and careers. Each job is important because it helps our community in different ways. Remember, no matter what job you have, it is important to work hard and do your best. Let us listen to the following conversation. Hello, Rebecca. It is really good to see you today. Hello, Sam. It is good to see you too. Where have you been hiding? I'm just too busy with my new job. Well, congratulations. What do you do? I am a broker. A broker? What does that mean? I basically arrange deals for selling and purchasing real estates. I see. That sounds interesting. It sure is, especially at this time of the year when a lot of investors are looking for good deals. Well, all the best of luck, Rebecca. Thank you, Sam. In this conversation, the second speaker, Rebecca, is trying to explain what her job is to the first speaker, Sam. As you have realized, one's job may become a very important issue in his/her life to the extent of prioritizing it over socializing, for instance. Therefore, talking about jobs is indeed a frequent topic in conversations. Location and origin. Initiating a conversation in English often involves discussing personal details such as one's location and origin. For beginners in English conversation, discussing information about where they are from and their current location can be an important step in establishing connections with others. We explore effective strategies and language techniques for beginners to confidently discuss their location and origin in English conversations. By practicing these skills, beginners can establish social interaction with speakers of English from diverse backgrounds. Begin by introducing your place of origin, whether it is your hometown, city, or country. Use simple language to convey this information clearly. For example, I am originally from Tokyo, Japan. Or you can say, I was born and raised in Sydney, Australia. Mind you, conducting conversations about location and origin as a beginner in English conversation requires clarity, context, and personal connection. You must have an opening statement. Start by stating your current location in a clear manner. For example, you can say something like, I currently live in New York City, or I am in London now. You should provide the context. Offer additional information to give context to your location, such as the neighborhood, city, or region. For example, you can say, I live in the downtown area of Chicago, or I'm from a small town in the countryside of France. You should also introduce your location. For example, hello, I am Ahmed from Jordan. Hello, Ahmed, I'm Emmanuel from Italy. Oh, I have been to Rome. Where in Italy are you from? I am from Milan. I would like to visit Milan one day. Don't forget to describe your surroundings. Describe your surroundings briefly to illustrate an image for the listener. You can mention notable landmarks, attractions, or characteristics of the area. For example, you can say, I am near Central Park, which is a beautiful green space in the heart of the city. Or you can say, my hometown is known for its beautiful ruins and historical castles. You must also share personal connection. Share a personal connection or reason for being in your current location, if applicable. This could be related to work, education, family, or personal interests. For example, I moved to Los Angeles for work opportunities in the entertainment industry. Or I'm studying at the university in Toronto. You must also provide background information. Offer some background information about your origin, such as its cultural significance, historical landmarks, or notable attractions. This helps the listener understand more about your background and heritage. For instance, you can say, Tokyo is known for its skyscrapers and rich cultural heritage. Or you can say, Sydney is famous for its iconic opera house and beautiful beaches. It would be great to share personal experiences. Share personal experiences or memories associated with your place of origin to add depth to the conversation. This could include childhood memories, family traditions, or significant events. For example, you can say, growing up in Istanbul, I loved exploring the city's many outstanding mosques. Or you can say, one of the fondest memories of Aqaba is spending summers at the beach with friends and family. Don't forget to express pride. Express pride and affection for your place of origin to convey a positive impression to the listener. Highlight aspects that you love or appreciate about your hometown or country. For example, you can say, I am proud to call Amman my hometown and cherish its unique blend of tradition and modernity. Or you can say, Jordan's natural beauty and cultural inclusion make me proud to be a Jordanian. Let us listen to the following conversation between these two people. I heard you said you are Jordanian? Yes, that is correct. How about you? I am from Romania, and this is my first visit to the Middle East. I hope you have a pleasant trip then. Thanks, that is kind of you. Where are you originally from? I originally come from Aqaba. Aqaba, where is that located? It is located in the south of Jordan, overlooking the Red Sea. It seems interesting. It sure is. You can do lots of activities there, like swimming, diving, fishing, and many more. Then after visiting Amman, my next destination is going to be Aqaba. As you have realized, the focus of this conversation is on the location of places and where they are located. Using cardinal directions such as north, south, east, and west are useful when talking about where a particular place lies. The summary of this class. This class provided fundamental topics relating to self-introduction. Students ought to make use of the guided steps that are provided to help them start a conversation in English about themselves by mentioning their names and age, talking about their jobs, and where they come from. By following the strategies outlined in this class, beginners can confidently share information about where they are from and their current location, establishing connections with speakers of English from diverse backgrounds. This brings us to the end of the first class. Thank you.